We are good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to iCarly. Uh,
Oh yeah?
I'm Frebby. I'm
Frebby?
Frebby. This is we have uh.
I'm Sam.
What? You're Sam? Wait, no.
uh.
I want to be dog with a blog.
Wait, I'm gonna be Doug. Somebody has to be Doug.
Doug? Isn't
Doing
that the
Doug.
dog
I thought we
from...
were doing Corey in the house.
Oh.
I thought we were doing dog with a blog.
I'm
We're
just gonna
obvi-
turn off the noise. I'm just
We're
gonna turn
obviously
off
doing Corey's house.
every single.
Shut up, guest. Shut up, guest. Be quiet. We don't have a guest on this episode. Shut up. Get out of here.
Mhm.
Hey, by the way, guys, we have a guest.
This is our guest. His name is
Yeah,
Paul.
I'm Paul. I'm the mentally unstable one. So,
Wow,
No.
that's really man, that really okay, so I'm gonna stop talking before I can't.
before you what? Before you what? Before you what? Say it.
You're just forcing me.
Alright, so,
I'll get the
welcome
queen
back.
on you. Anyways,
Welcome back.
yeah, we didn't die the first episode, so
Thankfully.
we were very close.
Real quick, before we get started on the rest of our topics, I want to give a real quick thanks to the support on the last episode, and big thanks to everybody from my school. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but the amount of people I had walking up to me at school and saying, "Oh my god, I watched your podcast," was like at least 10.
I told my friends and they told me to shut up. So I mean
Oh.
like
So really quickly, guys, I'd like to say thanks to Raid Shadow Legends.
No,
no,
There's
we're gonna
no.
get copyright.
today.
no, we're gonna get
sued.
deleted.
We're gonna get
We have
sued
to
by
cut that
Rad.
part out now.
Yeah, we have to cut it out.
Disclaimer:
Right.
Yeah.
we're not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
No. Raid Shadow Legends is gonna blur, or they're gonna choose not to hear that last part.
They're gonna raid our house.
They're gonna raid shadow us.
Yep.
Or worse, they're gonna want to sponsor us.
Oh god, if they sponsored us, I would die.
That'd be like... at that point, we'd have to decide whether to sell out or not.
Well, I'm already a sellout, but that's on my other business. Check out bigboobyboys.com
No.
on.
Alright. Well, getting into our first topics. Anybody have any?
For those
that
of
they
you
wanna
who
bring
are
up?
interested in the Constitution and how the 34th Amendment could affect your daily life, go to Rule 34.
No.
XXX. It will give you information about how that amendment will change your everyday lives.
That
Oh my
XXX
God.
stands for every founding father. You know, Frank, Hamilton, and that other one.
That other one.
Don't forget Papa John. Yeah.
That
Oh,
Apple
yeah.
guy?
No,
Oh,
Papa
more like
John?
Daddy John.
Apple
Papa
John?
John? Papa John is like actually really racist. It's
Yeah.
insane.
That's what makes the pizza so good. The secret ingredient? Racism.
Does he also have like bad workers' rights or something?
He's just a bad person in general. He has a mansion.
my
That's
favorite.
an automatic.
My
turn off.
favorite thing is the Papa John's Day of Reckoning interview. Because he's like, I ate one
Wait.
large pizza every single day to try and find the perfect pizza recipe. And he's just like sitting there sweating and he's like, oh, there's the Papa John's Day of Reckoning. It's the funniest thing ever.
Be ready.
Have you all seen the I forgot what they're called. It's called humors, the CEO videos where it's like the CEO of
CEO of racism?
no,
that?
but it's like
Sorry.
Sigma
Yeah, it
male
was funny.
memes.
Sigma male moment?
CEO grind set.
Pretty sure that's just called ladder climbing.
again the grind set mindset.
Wait, okay, so does
May I
anybody have
start
any?
off with my
It's
first question?
Yes, you may.
What are some really good words to live by?
Uh,
Life is a
Never.
race,
we
and you're
hate
the racist.
mustard. What? Wait.
Mine would be to never 100% trust anybody.
Mine would be
Don't look at kangaroos. They have vengeance in their faces, and they will hunt you down.
please never
That's
put
the-
Mason
Worse,
near a
because I go to a
koala.
kangaroo school. Like, the mascot is literally kangaroo.
Never put a koala near Mason.
Shut up. We don't talk about that.
No,
Don't
I want to
be an
talk.
idiot.
I want to hear about this.
Wait, you don't know the koala situation?
Oh no, we don't
No.
have to talk about
No, I do not.
koalas. We don't need to. We don't need to.
No, but we have to.
We haven't been monetized, but we definitely won't if we talk about this.
All right, all right.
So basically, Mason.
Mason got chlamydia from a koala.
Wow,
Yeah.
really just throwing that in there, Miles. Wow.
really just coming out with it.
You gotta rip off the band-aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not more like duct tape. You like tore all of my little koala hairs off of me. Alright? Like that's
No.
Oh my god. Oh.
okay. You should have put it in like funny terms, like me and a koala played Bed Wars or something.
You did?
Yeah.
No, Miles just went. Miles just went and waxed the nuts. Like he took your nuts.
No. The koala
Pour
went.
off the wax.
Mm-mm. No, Miles wouldn't do that to me. Miles would not tear off my nut hair, please.
Wouldn't
What was I
tear it
talking
off,
about?
I'd shave it off.
Yeah,
That's
no,
more
I was
simple.
playing Fortnite and we played Fortnite and Bed Wars. Me and FaZe Uke.
What?
FaZe Uke? FaZe
FaZe
Eucalyptus?
Oh.
It's just
I want to
like-
bring this up. The next thing I want to bring up
Okay.
is, I want to do this, like, this day in history thing and just find the most obscure things that I can. So, this day in history, on the 5th of September, only one out of the 5 ships that set out, in Ferdinand Magellan's trip around the world made it back to Spain, and only 15 of the original 265 men that set out survived. And Ferdinand Magellan was killed by natives in the Philippines, and this was in 1522.
Sam Houston.
What?
What?
Sam Houston.
Oh. For national days, today is National Cheese Pizza Day.
Oh!
National Be Late for Something Day.
Wait,
So
National
sad.
what day? Besides the cheese pizza
Be
part?
late. Be late for something day.
Oh, good. We were all late to this. This was
Yeah.
supposed to happen like an hour earlier.
No, it wasn't. I said 9
To
hours.
everything. Stuff.
Well, it was originally supposed to be like an hour before.
Oh,
We're
well,
late, but
yeah.
only in my mind. So, I just want to accomplish a day. Let me be accomplished, please. I want to be late.
All right, yeah.
It's
no, go
also
ahead. I mean, we were late.
International
We
Day
were.
of Charity.
Wait, National Day for what?
Charity.
Oh. I don't donate.
Oh, I thought you said parody, and I was like, oh man, Weird Al is gonna get some mad recognition today. But you said charity, and I'm like, oh, you mean St. Jude? And I'm like, uh-oh. So,
Speaking of
sorry.
which, donate to your favorite charity today, whether it be
St. Jude, whether it be, you know, anything. Maybe it's for BigBoobyBoys.com. Just help support everybody, please.
help
Ooh,
su-
okay,
help support the world or your local community.
I have a question.
Except Amazon, we don't like them. They get us our stuff, but man's is shaped like a turtle. He should stop.
Okay, so what's the one strongest moment in your life that made you really feel, oh shit?
Um,
Like just an oh shit moment.
was falling off a cliff, I thought that was a pretty good uh-oh moment. Like,
Anyway,
what? Here's the story. I was hiking. You could ask Silas. He was there for this.
oh god.
We were hiking, and we were, crap, we were somewhere. It was like, I think it was Tahoya. Somewhere there, we were hiking, and then all of a sudden, there was like a cliff, and we were like, oh, let's climb down. So we decided to start climbing down, and then I fell. And I hit the ground, and I bounced.
Okay, I'm sorry, but thinking about that moment, I can just imagine you like hanging on with one hand. It's like it has like an anime kind of look, and like Silas like looking down at you with like an
No,
evil
he was
look.
already down there. He could have tried to like soften the blow or something, but he just sat there, watched, and then laughed when I hit the ground. So it's not as anime as you think. It's more,
Long lives the king.
yeah. No, actually, I had two hands, and then I slipped, and I went what? And I hit the ground.
Wow.
There's been a lot of my times in my life similar to that. Like, I remember this. I didn't think that I was gonna die because I was like a child. I didn't understand the concept of death. But in related to the whole falling thing, I was at the park with my mom and my uncle, and I'm on the swings, and I'm in like first grade. I'm on the swings, and my uncle, like, I'm going real high, and he's like, just jump off the swings, like, I'll catch you, and I'm like, okay, and so I jump off the swings, and he doesn't catch me, and I land face first in a pit full of like gravel and sand, and
like the real dusty rocks.
yeah, and I had like the force was so great that I had sand like embedded in my forehead for like 2 weeks.
Mm.
Yeah, it was
I remember
interesting.
once I got back. I don't know how it happened. I don't even remember it happening, but I got back from Nevada after summer, and all I remember is them having to pick cactus out of my head.
I had a moment similar to that where I just straight up stepped in like a giant patch of cactus with both my feet. Like, not one foot, just both. Just right in there.
And then I remember one time, I was really little. I was up on the roof of my grandparents because my dad went up there to clean off the thing, and so I
Your
decided, oh,
grandparents have. Your grandparents are. Why do they have roofs? Why don't they just go to home?
why don't they just become waterproof, you know? Yeah, anyways, I was up on the roof, and I slipped, and I started sliding. And I just remember, like, barely in time catching myself on, like, the very edge of the roof, and I'm just dangling there. And because I was, like, 7 or 8 at the time, I didn't have any upper body strength. And so my fingers slipped. And by the grace of God, there was a bush that caught me underneath. And I could just feel, like, my organs, like, you know when you're on a drop on a roller coaster? I
You
felt
feel,
that,
yeah.
but, like, I just feeling my organs lift as I fell. Like, and I'm surprised I'm still alive.
Yeah, that sort of reminded me for my actual answer for this is, so, before I moved 3 years ago, I used to snowboard a lot, and there was an accident so bad, not just physically, but mentally, that it put me out of snowboarding for like a year and a half. And so I want to say I was in like 5th grade. Like 5th grade at the time, maybe like end of 4th grade. Or no, it was definitely 5th grade. And so it was a really snowy day. And we went up to the top of the hill and got off, and my dad was like, "All right, if we go this way, there's going to be really powder snow, so basically like really deep, thick snow, that you could get stuck in really easily. And so he's like, if we go this way, there's going to be powder, but if we go that way, it's going to be a longer trip down to the bottom. And I was like, you know what? All right, whatever. I'll just go with them because at the time I wasn't as confident going snowboarding by myself. I was just like starting doing it. So I was like, it's cold. I have like, there's like very, very little visibility. And like I could maybe see like 40, 50 feet in front of me. Like it was that bad. And at least the way I'm remembering it. And so I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I want to get back to the bottom so we can go eat lunch. And so I'm going down the powder, and because of the way the state had been since the last time I had been snowboarding, or like since the last time there was powder, it'd been like a year since like I had ridden in powder. And I forgot that you're supposed to basically lean back and lift the nose of your board up. And I started going, I got some speed, and the nose of my snowboard just dug into like a solid few inches into the ground and flipped me. And the back of my snowboard hit the back of my head. Like my body bent like that. And so I literally like was covered in thick snow. I was in pain. I was all turned around and I had no idea what was going on. And I was so confused because I didn't know if I was dead. And the amount of time that's happened is unreal. Like, there was another time a little bit before where I had done the same thing. The back of my snowboard hit the back of my head. But it wasn't in the same situation. But the situation just made me feel like I was dead because I had no idea what was going on after. But it was a really weird situation. Put me out of snowboarding for like a year and a half.
Oh yeah, I have I have a situation not kind of like that. It's a like kind of an exercise. You know what I mean. It's about a bike, and I still am not able to ride a bike like I used. Like I'm extremely careful about it because one time I was riding down my road, and there's quite a bit of a drop. Like there's a hill, and I went down, and whenever I turned, there was a log in the way. Hit the log, brake went into my leg. I have a giant scar on my thigh from it. The brake went into my leg, like tore out a bunch of fat, and I flipped. I hit my head, blacked out for like probably a solid 20 minutes. And like whenever I got up, there was blood leaking out of my nose, like just pouring on like the grass. And then I blacked out again. I got up and there was a car that stopped by to help me up, and I was like, the whole time I was thinking, oh, I'm dead. This is great. And like the whole time, and I didn't know it pierced my leg. I still have the pair of pants that I was wearing that day, and it has a giant hole there.
Oh, damn.
And I'm like walking, like kinda. I'm waddling over to my door. I go in there and my mom's like freaking out. I can't hear anything. Everything's quiet. I'm like, I've died. And then they lay me down on my bed. I start hearing things again. I'm like, ow, my leg hurts. So I check, and there's like a bunch of gross stuff hanging out of my leg.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh. So I didn't die yet, but it was soon.
Okay,
We went to the doctors. It was bad.
there's this one, like, it still traumatizes me. So like I was riding my bike, me and my sister were riding my bike because my cousin called me to help us out at the neighborhood dumpsters to help us clean it up because people are jerks and like to throw around their trash. Anyways, we picked it all up and we're riding home, and I'm behind my sister. And there's this dog that comes out and it's barking at her and she kicks it away. And me, who's terrified, and I'm still a little terrified of dogs, I was like, okay, this isn't gonna be good. So I try to go past it. And the last thing I see before I blacked out was looking down on my left arm, like to the left of me, and seeing the dog start to jump up with its mouth open. And so I wake up on the ground, and like I get up and I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, right? And so I get up, I look at my sister and she's like staring at me, and I pull down my shirt or my sleeve really, and I look at it, and the only thing I really see before I start to fully freak out is skin hanging down and bone.
Oh God,
And at
wait.
that moment, I'm like freaking like I am freaking out. I lay down on the ground. I put my arm upwards because I don't want blood to get everywhere, and I'm screaming on the top of my fucking lungs.
Dude, I
You
remember
degloved yourself.
you came to school, and you came to school and you showed me that. You showed me and Silas that. That was insane.
Yeah,
That's
like because
crazy.
like in fact the stitching is 21 stitch no like 26 actually 21 26 stitches.
That's that's crazy. You degloved your wait, was it your arm or was it your hand?
It was my arm. It was like it's like right below my wrist. It was like right below that main artery. And it's
Oh
still
my God. That's
yeah,
crazy.
and it's still and like the nerve endings are never gonna be normal again. Like the only thing I can feel is numbness, like fuzzy numbness or sharp pain. That's the only thing I feel in that area.
Yeah, I had a
And
lot
it's
of
still a huge like U-shaped scar.
I've never had a lot of like bloody situations like yours and Mason's, but I've had a lot of situations where I just like I fall and just like not just fall, like I've had a lot of situations where I just get in really bad tumbles, and I never really get like seriously injured. It just hurts for a few days. Like the amount of times I've fallen like flat on my face or like flat on my back and knocked the wind out of myself snowboarding, or like scorpioned, which is where, the back of my board hits the back of my head, or
Hmm.
like the amount of times I've fallen skateboarding. Like I have scars on my hands from skateboarding, falling, and one time I fell off my skateboard and it landed in the sewer. Like, the little storm drains?
Hmm.
The way I fell was I was racing my friend, and I basically kicked my foot. When I was kicking my foot came and landed right in front of the nose of my skateboard. And I went flying off my skateboard, and my skateboard went off into the sewer. But yeah, I've had a lot of tumbles like that. Have you guys ever
I've had a
been? Go ahead.
hmm?
Have you ever had any
No.
friend caused oh shit moments? Because I have a lot, and most of them caused by my one friend. Well, one I remember most. I have a friend named Chris, and he was just driving his we were both driving on one of my cousin's there was a golf cart and a moped. He was on the golf cart, I was on the moped. And the dude decided to brake check me. And the front end of the moped went underneath the golf cart. Like, I'm surprised it wasn't scratched to hell. Because if it was, oh, I was not gonna live past that day. And, like, I felt my heart fucking drop.
Yeah, I I don't think I have, because I tend not to like, I've had my fair share of tumbles, and they've mostly all been with Maddie. And but Maddie swears up and down, and I don't remember this, but this may be because of the situation. Maddie swears up and down we were having a pillow fight one day, and she hit me so hard with a really firm pillow that like it knocked me out for like 5 minutes. Like, she swears up and down that happened, and I don't remember it. What I was gonna
Probably
ask.
because you blacked out.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it may have been because of the situation, but I don't remember it. Um, but uh, what I was gonna ask before you asked that, Paul, was, have you guys ever been like attacked by an animal?
Yes.
Um, when I
Okay.
was when I was in fourth grade, I think, no, third grade. we had just gotten this dog, and we had just moved, and I was sitting inside with the dog, and I was just petting it, and then it just randomly, just out of nowhere, I wasn't doing anything to it. It was just sitting there, like, sitting right in front of me. I was sitting there petting it, and it just attacked me. Bit a hole all the way through my lip. Bit a hole all the way through my lip. Then I had scratches up and down my torso, and it was really traumatizing because I was like a tiny little child.
Okay, so
I
wait.
was oh
Let's hear from Miles. I want to hear this.
I was 3 at the time. I barely remember this. I was at my grandparents, and they had this huge Rottweiler. It was like massive. And first, it chewed up all my toys, every single one of them. And then it like one day decided to head charge, ram straight into me at full force, and threw me through a screen door, causing this entire screen door to go flying.
Right.
That sucks. Yeah, no, because of when I was attacked, I still have, like, serious trauma from it. So, so we have tiny dogs, and then both of my dad's dog and then my mom's big dog are just sweethearts. Like, they're really soft, like, really caring. But if a random dog I don't know barks at me, and like a big dog, and it's a random dog I don't know, and it barks at me, like, I will straight up, like, have a panic attack. Like, it like traumatized me. But
Yeah, my I not with a dog, but I like anytime I hear anything close to like a fox screech, because me and my dad were out hunting one time. We were out hunting for foxes at my grandma's farm or ranch. We were out there hunting we were hunting for coyotes, but all of a sudden, like, a group of foxes came by. And I was like, oh, that's weird. So since they are so similar to cats, we couldn't shoot anything because it was dark. We didn't want to shoot one of her cats. So we walked away, and my dad, whenever he tells this story, he swears that if I had the gun at that point, he would have been dead. Because that fox screamed, and I was gone. But if I had that gun, I would have turned around and just started open firing.
oh yeah.
Like, and now anytime I hear anything close to that, I, like, freak out. Because that fox was literally at my leg.
Okay, this one isn't animal related, but I feel like so I do martial arts, and like a couple days, I was supposed to take this test that was
I
gonna
remember this. I remember
see
this.
if I could qualify for being a black belt. And I was doing some training, and a couple days before, my parents had cleaned the basement area, where I would train, and I just feel a bit of a sharp pain. I was like, what's that? See, giant piece of glass straight through my foot.
Yeah, I remember this.
That hurt. Went to the hospital, and I had to get stitches, but in order to do that, they had to give me some numbing solution to stick a needle straight through, like, the most sensitive part of my foot. And when they did that, that was like pure pain. It was the most unbearable stuff I've ever felt.
Yeah, I have.
Because of the slash, I had to miss out on the test and I had to wait a whole 3 months before I could retry it. And also, now I'm kind of paranoid of needles. Speaking of which, get vaccinated, viewers.
Yeah, get vaccinated. Be vaccinated.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yeah.
I have two very similar experiences. One time, me and my sister, can't remember which one, but we were walking outside behind my backyard. We were walking behind the gate, and then all of a sudden, I feel a very sharp nail, and like a very sharp pain in the bottom of my heel. And I don't know what they're called. I'm gonna look it up. I think it's a. They stick it in. They stick it in trees. The yellow one or the orange nail. So they're
to
really
tell
long.
if they should
Yeah.
like. Oh no, those. Oh, that
Yeah.
would
So
hurt.
that one. Yeah. So that one just went all the way up my heel, and I was like freaking out the entire time. But literally all we did was put a Band-Aid on it. But it hurt for a long time. And
So,
the other one was I was doing the dishes, and all of a sudden my cat meowed, and I like jumped, and I was like playing with him, like I did a fake scare, and I tripped on the dishwasher that was open, turned, caught myself, and I was like, oh good, I didn't break anything. Look at my hand, and there's a knife just sticking in my hand.
Oh.
And I have a scar, and it's pretty tiny. It was a paring knife that I landed on, so it didn't go that far in, but I landed on it, and it's like hit the muscle that's right between my index finger and my thumb, and it hurt my hand for like literally weeks after.
Okay, so I'm lucky to not have anything like that. Like, I haven't been seriously cut or injured or like anything like that. I haven't had anything go through my body, but one of the closest things I can get, because most of my injuries are all fall related, but one of my closest things to that is, so at my school now, there's this area we have for long jump that nobody ever, like, really ever uses. And it's literally got, like, wood, like, barriers, but, like, it's, like, they're really easy to trip on. The gravel that you run on before you jump, is encased in wood. It's got, like, a wood frame, right? And it's the easiest thing for you to trip on if you're not paying attention. And I tripped, and I gashed my I gashed the bottom of my lip like wide open, like actually wide open, and there was blood leaking out of it all over, like it got all over my clothes, and it was a really weird situation. But yeah, that's like the closest thing I've ever had to that, or
Yeah.
the dog biting me. But
hang on. Since we're talking about so much pain, I'm just gonna go ahead and go sit on my crippled chair.
We change this subject.
yeah, we have been
Something
going
that's
on this
not
for a
as
long while.
injury.
Okay, then no more crippled chair.
Um, what's the funniest school experience what's the dumbest reason you've ever gotten in trouble?
Ooh, okay. So, never mind. I already lost it. Someone else go.
Well, oh, you go.
I haven't gotten in trouble a whole lot. Actually, okay, there's two really dumb reasons. Like, I've gotten in trouble, like, are we talking in trouble as in, like, sent to, like, the principal's office, or in trouble as in just, like, gotten a talking to by the teachers? Because if it's gotten a talking to, there's
Any of that.
tons. Okay, so, two ones. The only time I've ever gone to a principal's office was in, I think it was either 5th or 6th grade. I think it was 6th.
Oh, I know this.
You know
Does
this. You
this
know
have
this.
to do with James?
It does. It does. So there's this kid, James, and homeboy decided it'd be funny to hold his breath as long as he can, and that meant passing out. And this kid has a reputation of lying, right? So when it comes down to it, he passes out, falls over. We're like, "Yo, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just passed out." And we're like, we don't believe him because we're we're young, we don't quite understand the concept of passing out. But we're like, oh, no, you didn't. And we kept telling him that, like, we didn't believe him. And then he went home, and we all got called into the principal's office. Miles was there, and then it was like 4 or 5 of our other friends. All got called into the principal's office to tell her what happened, because we didn't know that James had actually passed out. And I felt like that was the dumbest reason to get called into the principal's office. And then there was another time, oh crap, wait, no, I forgot that one. Okay, never mind.
I had to be there's two. One's like angry, and the other one is kind of. I thought it was kind of interesting later. At the time, it was scary. So, on my bus, this kid, I hate this kid, but he was. I think his name was Juan or something. I don't care. He was.
I
He was on the
remember
bus.
one.
No, I don't think it's the same one you're talking about. He's short and fat. But we were on the bus and we were heading to school. Well, this guy, he decided, I'm gonna prank call the cops. Right? So he did that. He prank called the cops, and he decided, okay, now I have to get rid of the evidence. So he threw the SD card out, but we were already at the school. So they knew that it was at the school. So they came in there, and they were like, everybody from bus 2, please come to the little gym, because there were so many of us that they had to take us to the little gym. And we were both there, and there were like 10 cops, right? And we were like, oh my God, we're going to jail? But we weren't going to jail. The principal was like, do you know who prank called the police and made a bunch of disgusting jokes? And everybody nodded their head, and they were like, could you please point to the person who did it? And everybody, like, it took like 2 seconds, and then everybody just slowly pointed at him, and he pointed at him. Like, and he was so sad that he got caught. It was so funny. Like, not at the moment, but...
I think it's funny he pointed to himself. I find it dumb that everybody pointed at him.
Because,
I mean, okay, I know that you guys would have
liked him.
Yeah, okay, that's understandable if nobody liked him, but at the same time, it's so weird that everybody was so fast to do it. I mean, I know that you guys probably would have gotten talked to longer if you hadn't immediately told anybody, but at the same time, I don't know. I've always been raised on the ideal of, don't snitch.
Well, nobody liked him, so of course.
Well, I know that's the difference, though.
There were a few times that everybody knew. Like, one time there was a bunch of drugs at school, and we were like, okay, it's not really affecting any of us. So we just went. We were like, no, we don't know, but we knew. He got in trouble like a day later, but still.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole Juan situation, literally nobody liked him, and they weren't going to give tardies out, or they weren't going to give passes out to get to class if they stayed longer. They just didn't do that, which means that we would have just been late. Do you know how insanely difficult it is to be late to an elementary school class?
Yeah, insanely difficult.
We had 2 different classes for 6 different subjects. And we would have been late if he talked to us any longer.
So, who was that one kid that was the most obnoxious, most loud kid in the class who tried so hard to be funny, but ended up just ruining the entire thing?
I want to say me, but I'm not sure.
Because I remember one kid there. Mason, do you remember Cesar Rockwell?
Oh God, yeah, that. Oh.
He was in my science class, 6th grade year, Mr. Gallery.
Dude,
Oh Christ!
He's a disgusting person. I don't think I can actually get into what he did, but he's a disgusting person.
Wait, what do you mean?
he basically he's a sex offender.
Oh,
Oh, we
so
want to
same
talk
as
about
Isaac
that.
Solis.
No. Um.
Weren't those two friends?
Oh,
I don't know, but Isaac seemed like a nice guy, but now that I learned what he did, it's just ugh.
Oh well, I don't really think that we should be talking about it.
Not
Let's not
really.
talk about
Voicing
that.
your
Anyways,
voicing
what did
your
you say,
opinion
Gavin?
voicing
this
your
is
opinions online where people you know can see you is sometimes bad.
Yeah,
um. I don't know. There's a lot of kids, but I don't think I can pin one person down. I know there was a kid who was very who tried in 7th grade year. There was this kid who tried his hardest to be teacher's pet and get along with everybody, but did a really bad job at it.
Sorry, so
And
dispatch.
and I applaud my teacher, bro. She put up with that for so long, the entire year, and then on the last day of school, it was the funniest thing. He kept bugging her, and she yelled at her, and she yelled at him, and she was like, I can't remember what she said. She said something along the lines of "Go away, nobody likes you. You're not funny." This is the teacher saying this to the student. It was hilarious because she basically voiced all of our opinions. It was really funny. But yeah, I don't think I can say that there was one kid who tried to be funny but didn't really do a good job at it. At least not that I can remember.
James.
Yeah, James. Yeah, James for sure.
He's I, he can he's so annoying in high school.
Oh
Hopefully I
wait, do you
don't
have to? Do you have?
talk.
Yeah. Hmm.
He goes to the same school.
there was this one. There was a kid named James who was on my bus back in middle school, and everyone called him Bus Boy because he always yelled at all the kids that were in the correct seats, and when there was free seating, whenever some kid was in his seat, he would yell and tug at them and yell for the bus driver.
Oh, I thought you meant he was like annoying on the bus. Wait, you remember the cheerleader dude who during the pep rally just straight up folded his arm?
No,
Wait,
no,
really?
wait.
He literally just snapped his arm in half and everybody saw it.
I don't remember that.
Well,
I'm sorry.
anyways,
What?
I was I was kind of happy that it happened because I really hated the kid, right? That means he was going to be gone for a few days. Uh, but during a pep rally, he broke his arm, and then he, I was like, oh, that sucks, but he's so annoying. And on the bus that Monday, it was on a Friday. That Monday, he was back, and I'm like, dude, go home, please, leave, because he was literally the most obnoxious, and he would make so many just sexual jokes to
Oh.
kids who are what 5 years younger than him.
Yeah, that's pedophile vibes. Not gonna lie.
What was everybody's favorite thing to play in recess?
Oh, you can't even get started on that, honestly.
Do it now, because I'll
Okay.
have to talk about my whole Undertale thing.
I think
Oh, no.
Gavin knows what the most epic story of all time was.
Yeah, okay. I'm not even joking when I say I still want to write a book about this. I genuinely want to. I don't know. I don't remember the whole plot line, so I'd have to basically fill in gaps. But okay, so basically
Oh yes, the plot line of this.
yeah, so basically we were playing this game, and this was when my dad had just bought me a computer, so I was I was kind of getting into computers, and so I was starting to learn about them. So
You said,
I was
let's play a computer company.
yeah, I was let's play a game where we're a computer company, and we just build computers for people. And then we got caught up in this weird press thing, because I remember there was a bunch of press outside, a bunch of news stations and stuff. And I don't, and this is the part where my my memory completely goes blank. Like I can't remember how it got from computer building company to where it goes.
Okay,
But basically, oh,
kind of remember. So apparently, we did something, and there were protesters, and in your words, we had to silence the protesters using heavy weapons. And then for some reason that involved apparently the protesters were aliens and we had to go to the moon to kill them. So
They just sent you like a VHS tape of them protesting you from Mars.
I'm red pilled. Man.
and in the end we blew up the moon.
Oh, don't
Then-
do that. Now the moon's out of whack.
Who
There
was it
there
that
was this like
got hit by the plane, like literally crushed by the plane? I remember that was
me and
somebody.
Cole.
Yeah, that was you and Cole. Got crushed by
We
a
both did.
plane.
Then you died, like, apparently a sniper was trying to kill you, so they sniped you, but then you sniped them back at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a really epic story. And then there was all the, like, whenever a new movie or something would come out, we would play a game based on that, like the Star Wars one, which had literally, like, half the school.
That one turned into a huge mess because, like,
What grade were you
everyone
in?
thought they...
This was, like, fourth
Fourth.
grade.
Everyone thought they were God and they could, like, just make up whatever powers. No one was a normal person. Like, no one was Han Solo. Everyone was, like, Kylo Ren, but he shoots lightning... But he shoots lightsaber guns at people.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. Then there was a Harry Potter one, which I don't really remember, and it's probably for the best I don't remember that one.
How long did y'all have recess for?
What do you mean?
Like what?
Half
What
hour.
grade? What? No. Like what grade did it stop happening?
For me, 8th.
Eighth?
Or,
Bro, ours stopped in
Ninth.
fifth.
oh,
Ours
yeah.
stopped in fifth.
yeah, well, okay, wait,
You're
no, we
lucky.
had it in
You're
8th
lucky.
grade. We had it in 8th grade, but it stopped high school. So, yeah, high
Sorry,
school.
so you still had...
So, all through
Uh-huh.
middle school, all through elementary.
Oh my god, I
You're
would have loved to
you're
do
lucky.
recess and
I would
would've
have loved to get to go outside and just like run around in middle school. To
Well, see, here's the
de-stress.
thing.
But no, I only got like it wasn't barely enough time for lunch, let alone a whole fucking recess.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, what in middle school didn't they like it took you like 25 minutes to get through the line and then you got 5 minutes to eat and then you got yelled at for eating.
Yeah. Well, see, my school
So-
still kind of has recess. They let us go outside and eat lunch during our lunch period.
Yeah.
Oh, they started doing that at the high school. They're starting to open it again. And we have like
They
this whole,
are?
yeah, they have like the that whole patio thing that they have back there?
Yeah, and last year they didn't let people go out there.
Well, yeah, because people thought that they would just run away, but this time they're starting to open it again, and like you could just go out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm jealous.
So we had these spinning chairs. We had a small playground at our middle school with like a swings, and we had these spinning chairs, and we had this game where you had to get vertical as fast as you can. So you had to spin really fast and then do a sharp look the other way. So one day I was doing it, and this kid thought it would be funny if they stuck their hand out, and they had like unusually sharp nails. So my face just went flying through, and I just get and I just and then I just like, what the heck happened? And then everyone's giving me a weird look. I'm like, what happened? And then they just say I'm starting to bleed. It was so weird.
See, in my middle school, it was really weird. It wasn't like, we literally just had a field. Like, a field that was it. So there'd be kids who would, like, play football or soccer, and then you had like the groups of kids who would just stand around or walk around and talk. It was really interesting.
Well, I guess
See-
in middle school, whenever we went out, you remember whenever Coach Wright would let us out, Coach Wright and Coach B would let us like outside into the softball field, and he would just like go, and we had to. He just said go and let us do whatever for a period as he like went back and talked to his friends.
I was actually in athletics, so I had to do a whole lot of painful shit, and it was not
Miles.
Oh well, I was talking about like 6th grade.
good.
Miles.
6th grade. Yeah, no, I remember that.
Miles, do you
And
remember?
like those days when they go.
Oh no, go ahead, Paul. You're good.
So like you remember those days where we'd like get to go out and just like it'd be for like special occasion days, like mainly half days, and they'd let us go out into the football fields, and so like there'd be like those people up in the stands, and like people out in the football field running around having fun and shit. Remember that?
Yeah, well, you know what
Because
always...
I remember you sitting with somebody. I think it was with Maddie. You guys were like singing Moonlight or something.
Oh my god, that was so stupid. That was 7th grade. That was 7th grade.
Yeah, you and Maddie were like singing Moonlight on the top of your lungs.
So, Miles, do you remember how there was only 6 swings and the swing set at the playground, and whoever got there first, like, just basically owned them for that entire recess period? It was a really weird dynamic.
It was first come, first serve.
It really was, and it was like you just have and you had really no hope of getting it after. Like if you did not get a swing, there was no hope for you.
Oh my
Okay,
Oh.
I
So,
remember.
Do you remember how kids would like run through them?
I remember when kids they would basically do like, they would have balls like volley.
Oh my
balls,
god,
and
yeah.
They would try to
Balls.
see. They would try to like bowl, like use them like a bowling ball and try and get them all the way through the 6 kids.
Yeah. It was we were playing with our lives in those swing sets, dude.
Wait, Paul,
I think-
do you...
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I have something to bring up after Miles.
Okay. One time, there was swinging, and everyone else just decided how bad they could swing. Like how could they?
Oh.
They thought it was a competition to like try and veer into other people's lanes.
Oh my god,
And
yeah.
Orion was like going super fast side to side and collided with me head on, and we both went flying.
I remember that. I remember how we would like spin, like we'd be going super fast and super high, but we'd also like spin like almost like 90 degrees, like turn ourselves. Dude, that was, yeah. We were playing with our lives in those swing sets. Okay, wait, Mason, whatever you had to say, I want you to bring it up because I have a feeling what I bring up next is going to change the dynamic of the conversation.
Oh,
so.
yeah. So do you remember, Paul, remember whenever they had whenever we did, what was it, Mile Mondays?
Oh.
Yeah, so every
Yes.
Monday, every single Monday we would we'd run a mile on the track.
Oh.
But the thing is that the girls class got to run a lap. Or like they only had
What?
to walk like 1 lap, and we had to do like 4.
Yeah.
And not only
What?
were they able to walk the entire time, we had to run the straights, and then we could jog at the curves, and it was like awful.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that, and it was terrible.
evil.
Okay, and one more thing before you say that. So back in elementary, at recess, I used to basically be a little shit. Me and a few friends were little shits, basically, and we played
Were.
this game called Traffic Jam. And
God.
basically, we'd crawl up into the slides while no one was looking. We'd crawl up to
No.
the entrance, and then people would go into the slide. We'd like full force grip, and like people would be trapped in there, and they'd keep coming, and they'd all get trapped, and there'd be like 10,
Paul,
10
you're
people
evil.
trapped in the slide.
You're lucky no
God.
one like just died there.
No.
Just somebody gets their neck snapped by somebody else's ass.
Bro, that's so evil. Alright, so I want to just real quick flex how much better my elementary school was. So,
Okay.
This was in middle school.
well, I know, I'm saying middle school, Paul?
But
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
in
not,
middle
this was
school.
elementary.
Oh,
no, this
okay.
was elementary. The other one was.
Gotcha. Okay, anyways. So, in 5th grade, one of the students' parents had direct connections to Nickelodeon. So
What?
basically,
Oh my god, this was awesome. That was
so
the
basically,
coolest.
the only school I know who's done this did a thing called Nickelodeon Worldwide Day of Play, and Nickelodeon came to our school and set up like a bunch of games and activities outside, and we were outside all day, and there
What
was
year
like
was this?
5th grade?
So there's like.
I think it was 4th grade.
No, it was 5th grade. I remember. Yeah, it was 5th grade.
God.
So that would have been like
2017.
2017?
2016, 2017. Yeah.
2016. Oh, wait, I was
Remember-
watching Worldwide. I was watching that like broadcast when it happened.
Yeah, so basically Nickelodeon came to our school and had like a bunch of games set up outside, and they even had like a slime booth where you could get slimed. And I remember they had a DJ, and they had somebody dressed up as SpongeBob and somebody's dressed up as Patrick, and I did oh crap. Oh yeah, I did the Whip and Nene with SpongeBob and Patrick.
I still remember Patrick doing the whip and nene. That was the greatest moment in human history.
Dude, that was so good.
My God.
But yeah, so
Mason.
basically Nickelodeon came to our school, so I'm just flexing that.
Mason.
Also,
What?
Remember in elementary school, it was like 4th or 5th grade.
No.
Every
You
morning.
did not go to my school.
Wait, I didn't. Wait, which one did you go to?
In 5th grade, I was in Bronner Intermediate.
Oh, okay. So, anyways, at my school, basically every morning, we'd either have to do we'd have to do some sort of popular song. It was every Friday, and
Wait,
I
we
remember
did this
having
at our
to do the
school
whip.
too.
I remember having to do like the fucking whip and nene every goddamn morning.
That's exactly what we did. We did that exact same thing. Wait, hold on. We did that. Wait, oh crap. There's probably a video of me.
And then there was
in-
also that time we had every morning we'd have to sing fucking 1,000 years or something.
okay, Gavin, please don't kill me. I'm about to say something. I'm about to say a name you haven't heard in a while, and it's very cursed. Only to bring up. So, do you remember Super Mario Logan?
I do, and I would rather not talk about this, but we can.
I remember we had a friend who got to choose what we did for our brain breaks. And he decided to do this stupid. We had to listen to this stupid song where
gonna
we
send
had to
it.
hop like rabbits.
I'm gonna send it.
And no, don't. It's so it just had us going up and down slowly. It was basically us doing squats while listening to one of the worst songs in existence. Luckily, after that, we got to have a brain break to the duck song.
That was
That was
good.
pretty
There
cool.
wasn't really anything to do, but it was just fun to listen to it.
I'm not gonna
Oh
watch that.
no, you found the video.
I found it very fast, but yeah, I hated
We're
that.
we're so obsessed with that stupid YouTube channel. I don't
So-
get why we liked it.
So
That
I was
makes
in,
me-
I mean, I
I-
will admit it was pretty funny, but
sorry. Go ahead.
nah, it was pretty funny. It's just not anymore.
So I was in my intermediate school. This is gonna sound weird because I'm not gonna give any context. We mummified a chicken.
Oh, that sounds cool. I think you told me about this before, and it's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So basically, I am technically classed as special education. Well, I was. I'm not anymore. But because of gifted and talented,
Mm.
that is a special ed course. And so, like every Friday, we would meet up with our teacher, and we would sit down. And we had like a different theme every year. That one was ancient Egypt. So we learned everything about ancient Egypt. I still have a slideshow I think I want to send you guys about Ramses II. And one day we were like we were building little sugar cube pyramids. And dude, so many of them were like, people were halfway done with their pyramid and already ate the rest of their sugar cubes. But after that was done, my teacher was like, okay, now, and then she grabbed a a chicken that she grabbed from the store. She held it behind her back the entire time. And she was like, okay, and then she just slapped the chicken on the freaking table, and we were like, ah! You killed him! But then she was like, we're mummifying him. So she brought like wines and she brought like ointments and all that to the school. And we had to like prime it. Yeah, we had to get it ready to be mummified. And now it's buried somewhere at the school.
That's
Just
And it's like,
Can you tell me-
I think they dug it up like last year, and it was like perfectly preserved. We did a really good job.
Oh my
I
god!
wanted-
At my old elementary school, there was like a because the school was like built on very poor hills, and so like there was a cave-in sinkhole, yeah, in one of the classrooms, and apparently right there was a I'm not good. I can't remember the word. Basically, a lot of old stuff in there that someone buried.
A time capsule?
Time capsule, exactly. Yeah, there was a time capsule, and it was pretty chill because like we got to go down there and we got to like go into the sinkhole because it was stabilized at that point, and so like we got to go down there and see it.
Huh. That's interesting.
I don't think we ever did
So,
anything like that in high
any
school.
other?
No.
All right. Any other topics people want to bring up?
No. I think we're getting pretty close to the mark. Right?
Yeah, we're a little over.
16.
So, any last topics anybody wants to bring up? If not, we're gonna be
I
good.
think that's it.
That's it for this week. All right. Well,
That should be.
Paul, you have like 30 seconds. Any socials or anything you want to plug?
I not really. I mean, I don't have anything really.
All right. Mason, you and me as usual, and then Miles, anything?
Yeah, add my Instagram.
All right.
Oh yeah. Well, it's in the description. It'll be fine.
Everything's
Wait,
in the
add my
description.
Instagram. You do you, Paul.
Okay,
Alright.
we'll put that in the description too.
Yep.
But this is a one-time thing. This is like a make-a-wish. You're not allowed on here again. I'm joking.
Maybe for
But
maybe
maybe.
for the Christmas special.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
for
for
the
the
Christmas
Christmas
special,
special.
if your illness hasn't, if you haven't succumbed to your illness by then, you.
All
We
right.
decided to
You might
kill
be
off a side character.
Yeah.
We will. We will.
Okay, Caesar. All right, get out of here.
No.
All right. Well, good podcast.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.